Hi guys, it's the Daily Dude, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my experience of a first-time home buyer. More specifically, a new construction home first-time home buyer. So let's get started. So I am in the process of buying a house. I still haven't finished. I still need to go to the closing, and then once I go through the closing, and then I'm pretty sure I'll be finished. But right now they are still building it. They do have the frame and the roof already up, so hopefully in a couple more months we'll be going to closing, but who knows. What I've done and kind of prepared for a first-time home buyer, and when I say I'm a first time, I mean I've never owned a house. I never even rented an apartment or a house or anything. So I do still live with my parents, and the reason is because I wanted to save up money for a house. I know I didn't want it to rent, especially with a dog and a husky. It's gonna be difficult for me to rent an apartment, especially, taking out the dog. Going on walks isn't difficult, but it's mainly taking her out to go to the restroom. I'm single, so I don't have anybody else to take care of my dog, or else when I move out, I won't have anybody else to take care of my dog when I'm at work. So I can just leave her at home and then install a doggy door, and she can go out in the restroom instead of going inside the house. So that's the main reason I kind of didn't want to rent an apartment. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to rent an apartment. I just wanted to save up as much as I could for a house. So that's where I'm going. That's kind of the background that I'm going into. So this could work for younger people who still live with their parents. If you guys want to rent or buy a house in the future, that's kind of where I'm going. So as I said, I was saving up. On top of what I saved up for the house, I did save up a saving emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. And I know what you're saying. Well, how do you know how much your expenses are going to be if you don't have the house yet? You don't know how much the bills are going to be. I kind of estimated here. So I knew how much the mortgage was going to be. I'm not really going to be at the house. So I kind of estimated how much I would pay every month. So I kind of went a little bit higher and the 6 months, just in case, maybe I overestimated or underestimated how much bills were gonna be, like the water, electricity, because those aren't fixed expenses. So you kind of want to take into account those type of bills where it's not a fixed expense. It's gonna vary month from month. So I kind of went on the higher end for the 6 months and kind of just calculated like average on how much the bills were gonna cost. So that's what I did. So on top of the savings for like a down payment or the closing cost, and then like if it's a brand new house, I'm pretty sure you won't have a lot of home maintenance at the very start. So what I focused on was the down payment. Also for me, for the new house and the community and the builders that I was going with, they were gonna pay the closing costs. So all I had to put down was the down payment. I got a interest rate of 3.99% with a FHA loan of 3.5%. I couldn't put more. I wanted to put more, but if I would have put more, my rate would have gone up. Instead of 3.99%, I think it would have gone, I don't remember the exact number, but it would have gone higher, and it wasn't worth it. So I just went with a bare minimum 3.5% down FHA loan with interest rate of 3.99%. That's what you basically want before you even start looking for houses. You want to save up, track how much you're making a month. This is what I did. I looked how much I was taking home, not how much I made, because after the taxes, if you have insurance, stuff like that, they take away. So I looked how much I brought home and kind of saw what my budget was saw if I could afford this much house or this much. So that's what I recommend. And then saving up as well. So once you saved up and kind of got in your emergency fund and saved up for closing costs, if you have to pay for the closing and the down payment, then you'll probably have to save up more. But once you kind of saved up and kind of determine what's your budget, you can start looking for houses. So I looked at Zillow for houses mainly. I did get a realtor, so I think you should get a reliable realtor, which helps you with the process. My realtor made it really easy. He kind of explained everything. If I had questions, I would ask him, and so far it's gone pretty smooth. So once you pick like a house you want, for me, as I said, it's a new house. It's actually a new community. This is a brand new community. They just started making the houses there. So for me, since I went with a new community, it's gonna be a little bit different if you're going with a already established community, already a house that's an older house. They actually have an app. I downloaded their app, and that's where they kind of send me the files that I needed to send out. They also emailed me. Once I decided I wanted to buy the house, me and my realtor went to the house, kind of looked at similar builds, because right now nothing was built. So we went to a different community with similar houses, not the same but similar, and kind of just looked around. And then once I pulled the trigger on the house, went to my realtor, I just texted him saying I want the house, and he kind of took care of the rest. So they just sent me all the files that I needed to send them through the app. So what you'll need is your driver's license, pay stubs, 30 days of pay stubs, W-2s, 2 years. They just need to make sure you've been employed for 2 years. So you need to send 2 years worth of W-2s, bank statements, 2 months of that, your insurance quote. So even though we haven't gone to closing, we're still in the process. They do, I guess they have to make sure you have insurance, and they kind of have to, I guess, talk to your insurer, make sure everything's going right. You also need to prove that you saved enough to pay for the down payment or closing costs. So you'll either need a bank statement, or in my case, I put everything in a separate savings account. I use Wealthfront just because they have a high yield savings account with a higher APY. I think right now it's like 3.2%. So instead of leaving it in the bank account, I moved it to Wealthfront's high yield savings account. So they got back to me saying, it looks like you don't have enough funds in your bank account. Can you send us where or how you're gonna pay for the down payment? So I had to send them the Wealthfront statement savings account, and they kind of process that, because they have to have a trail on how you're gonna where you're gonna send the money from. That's it for everything that I've had to send them so far. As I said, I still haven't gone to closing. If you're in the process of buying a house or looking, that's kind of what I had to go through, or what I've gone through to be able to actually look at houses and then purchase a house, and all the documents you'll need. That's gonna be the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully y'all learned something. If y'all did, please do leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below if you have any questions relating to if you need more documents or what's the process of purchasing a new house. I can go into more detail depending on what questions y'all have. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.